Alright guys, I'm going to show you some different things that we need to know how to do on our Chromebooks. So when you open up your computer, you will probably see all these different icons at the bottom. Right now we are using Google Classroom to log into our Zooms. So the first thing you want to do is you want to log on to Google Classroom. And here is the button. So once I click on that, it takes me straight to Google Classroom. Now, on mine it's showing too, that's Miss Ramos' class, and that's Miss Sierra's class. So I'm gonna go in Miss Sierra's class. And now I am in Google Classroom. Alright, so how do we get to our Zoom video? Well, you guys are really good at that by now. You scroll down and you find the part where it says Zoom meeting. I'm going to click on that. Usually it'll ask you for your name, but since it didn't ask me for my name this time, so I'm going to put join with video. So now I have to wait for the teacher to let me in. Once I am in, I'll be able to see. And here I am. So the teacher will be on the screen. I know there's no one right now. And if you want to make your screen bigger, you can press this button or you can press this button. Both of them will make your screen bigger. I'm going to press this one. And there I am. But what if the teacher says to go on a different tab? You want to make this screen small again. So you go to the same spot. You're going to see these different options. Just press exit full screen. And it'll be just like that. Alright guys, from here, I want to show you guys how to go on something else if your teacher tells you to go on a different website. So instead of leaving the meeting, do not leave the meeting. So instead, press this minus sign right here, and it will not close the video, it'll just go away. Do you see this right here? That means your video is still on. Now it's just right here. If I click on the Zoom logo, it'll bring it back up. But since I have to go on a different website, I'm gonna make it small again. So I'm gonna click that minus. All right, there are two different ways to go on something else. One way is to click on that plus sign and it'll open up a new tab. Now pretend the teacher tells you to go on Get Epic. So this is my new tab. This is my cursor. I'm gonna type in get. Oh, see, and it shows it for me already, but I'm just gonna type it in. GetEpic.com. I'm gonna press enter. And it'll take me to this page. Well, from here, I have a class code, so I'm gonna click on class code. Oh, it already saved the code for me. If you are in Miss Sierra's class, the code is already there. But pretend I didn't see my class here. It says enter your class code. So your teacher should have given you the code. So the code for my class is ABB2492. I'm gonna click go. And there it is. All the students in Miss Sierra's class are here. Once you click on your profile, it'll ask you for your 4-digit code, and your teacher should have given you that also. So I'm not gonna go on Adrian's because I don't want everyone to know his code, but if I was Adrian, I would put in my 4-digit code and then it'll take me directly to the books. So just so you guys can see, I'm gonna click on the guest student. Once you put in your code, you get to see all these books. Notice this, the ones that have green, it'll read to you. All right, so my Zoom meeting is still on. I know that because this button is still on. So pretend the teacher said, all right guys, come back to class. I'm gonna go on Epic, on the tab. I'm gonna press X. And now I can go back on my Zoom. And I'm ready to go. All right, so a different way to go on something else. I'm gonna click that minus sign to get out of Zoom meeting. Well, not get out, but just put it away. I'm gonna go back on my Google Classroom. Now pretend my Google Classroom tab was not there. I could always go down here, click on Google Classroom, and here we are. We have the Google Classroom tab. I'm gonna click on this one, and there's a different way to get on the different links. I have posted one called Distance Learning Links. If you click on that, it has all the links in one spot. So this time I'm gonna try going on, I'm gonna go on Lexia this time. So I'm gonna click on Lexia. If you click on it, it'll take you right to it. Did you see how it opened up a new tab? Okay, so then I have to enter teacher's email, and you should all have that in your password paper. So I'm just gonna type it in just so you guys can see how it works. All right, it says Sunnyside Elementary login, and you put in your username and password, and it should take you to Lexia. So once again, when the teacher says, okay, log off Lexia, you go up here to the tabs, you see Lexia, you press the X, and it'll log you off Lexia. And that tab is still open. I'm just gonna close it. How do I get back on my Zoom meeting? Well, remember, your Zoom meeting is still on because that little light is still on. So I'm gonna click down here. This is the Zoom logo. Takes me right back. All right, guys. The last thing I wanted to show you was that you can look for different assignments on this page. Right here, I had a daily check-in. Once you click on it, it'll take you to the assignment. But also, there's different tabs up here. So I think yours will not have this one. It will have this one. So if you click on Classroom, you can also see the assignments on here. But if you go on this one, it'll show you everything I post every day. So those are, if I tell you to go on classwork, you click on this. If I don't tell you, then it'll just be on this. All right, Notice my Zoom meeting is still on. So finally, at the end of the day, I'm gonna go back on my Zoom by clicking on this. Finally, at the end of the day, you leave the meeting. And you do that by clicking here. But I don't want to leave the meeting yet. I want to show you some of the different things. On here, if you click chat, you can type in something that you want to tell your teacher, or if you're answering questions like yes or no questions, I could type in yes or whatever the teacher tells you to write, and the teacher can see it right away and your classmates can see it right away. Remember, this is not a place to type in other things, only what the teacher is telling you. So I'm going to exit that, but it's right here, chat. All right, well, now I'm ready to log off. I think this is the button where you mute and unmute yourself. This is the button where you stop your video. You see that stopped my video right here. If I click on it again, it'll start my video again. If I click on it, this one, I can talk now to my teacher. All right, now I'm going to leave the meeting. Leave meeting, and we're done for the day. Just click on the X, click on the X, or you can, if you click on this big X, it'll close all your tabs. All right, I hope that was helpful.